September 26, 2020 was International Observe the Moon Day, and so we decided to turn our telescope to the moon to take you on a journey to explore the moon and few of its surface features. We sure hope you enjoy the short flight and find it informative. Buckle up and let us begin. Now that we are here, we can begin to observe some surface details of the moon. One of the most prominent features of the moon are the large, dark, basaltic plains on the surface of the moon called Luna Maria. They are called Maria, which is Latin for seas, since early astronomers mistook them for actual seas. In this image, the Maria that are visible are Mare Crisium, Mare Serenitatis, Mare Tranquillitatis, Mare Fecunditatis, and Mare Nectaris, which translates to Sea of Crises, Sea of Serenity, Sea of Tranquility, Sea of Fertility, and the Sea of Nectar, respectively. We will now explore a crater complex that lies between the Sea of Nectar and the Sea of Tranquility. The highlighted feature consists of large craters that are visible on the terminator 5 days after the new moon. Let us take a closer look. The feature consists of 3 craters called Theophilus, Cyrillus, and Katharina. Theophilus is around 100 kilometers across and around 4,200 meters deep. The floor of the crater is relatively flat, and it has large imposing central mountains with 4 summits. The Apollo 16 mission collected several samples that are believed to be ejecta from the formation of Theophilus. Attached to Theophilus is the crater Cyrillus. The floor of Cyrillus contains a reduced central hill and the considerable crater Cyrillus A. The walls of Cyrillus remain intact until the point of junction with Theophilus. Slightly northeast of its center, 3 rounded mountains rise to heights of 1,000 meters over Cyrillus's floor. The third crater of this feature is the ancient crater Katharina. We can say ancient because there is a distinct difference in the ages of these 3 craters, with the age increasing significantly from Theophilus to Katharina. The rim of Katharina is heavily worn and irregular. The walls are deeply impacted by several smaller craters. No terracing remains on the inner wall, and the outer rampart has been nearly eroded away. The floor is relatively flat but rugged, and nothing remains of a central peak. This is in stark contrast to Theophilus, which is relatively much younger than Katharina. Our second stop is a prominent lunar impact crater on the border between the Sea of Serenity to the north and the Sea of Tranquility to the south. The crater is called Plinius, and it is around 41 kilometers in diameter. The sharp rim of Plinius is slightly oval in form, with a terraced inner wall and an irregular outer rampart. The eastern half of the floor is much more smooth and level than the hummocky west, and this section forms a crescent shape about the central peak. Our final stop is the crater Piccolomini. Piccolomini is around 88 kilometers in diameter and around 4,500 meters deep. The crater rim has not been severely worn out by crater impacts, and the inner wall possesses wide terraces. These structures have been somewhat smoothed by landslips and erosion, most likely induced by seismic activity. The crater floor is relatively smooth, with only minor hills and impact craters. In the middle is a complex central peak surrounded by lesser mounts. The main peak rises to a height of about 2 kilometers above the surrounding floor. And so we come to the end of our journey, and it is time to return. We hope you found the video useful and informative. Thanks for watching.